Hey, what's up guys? Killer B here, bringing you an updated weapon tier list. After the previous video, I had quite a few people who disagreed, so I set up a Discord call with 5 Slayers, all who had a 3.0 KD or higher. When we created this list, we all agreed on one thing. The list is built for players who want to push, fight, and dominate lobbies. So, if you're a KTS and sniper rat sitting on a building, stacking claymores on a zip, praying someone's going to walk in your setup, you're not going to like this list. So, let's jump into it. S tier is pretty simple. These are weapons that everyone thought should be in your build. They're basically competitive at every distance, and they excel at 2 ranges. With these guns, there's basically no real situation where you're truly at a disadvantage. That's why guns like the VCR2, DRS, M433, and the SGX are sitting at the top. These weapons give you flexibility to push, rotate, beam, and clean up and survive bad situations without feeling like your gun's the reason why you lost. The DRS is probably the best out of all the guns, and we all agreed this thing probably deserves to be in the triple S category. It gets synthetic rounds, it beams at long range, it beams at close range, it beams at medium range, it's laser accurate. This thing is disgusting. If it's not in your build, it should be ASAP. Up next is the VCR2. This thing is absolutely nasty up close, and it's competitive at moderate range. One of the guys showed us a build where you can actually switch over to single fire mode, and this thing absolutely claps at range. Up next is the M433. This thing is absolutely nasty. It's criminally underrated, sitting at rank 22 in metatracker.com. Every single one of the guys in this Discord said that the M433 deserves to be on your top 5 guns. And if you single fire at long range, you're absolutely competitive with every other gun in the game. Last but not least is the SGX. This thing is an absolute monster at any range. It's a laser beam up close, a laser beam at moderate range, and can even kill people at long range. These aren't low skill comfort weapons. They're all for Slayers, so just keep that in mind. They're absolutely monstrous, but you got to put a little bit of work into actually mastering them. A tier are excellent guns that excel at one range, but after that, they fall off a cliff. The TR7, the KV9, and the SCW are all up-close monsters. Use them at that range, and they're going to delete literally any other gun in the game, including S-tier weapons. The SVDM is absolutely incredible at moderate to long to super long range. Up next is the B-tier weapons, and these are kind of more situational custom loadouts, but they are good under right circumstances. These guns can be built into something nasty for specific moments, and they can even outperform S-tier weapons, but those situations aren't common enough to actually win you the entire game. The M2010 and the KTS are absolutely incredibly powerful at long range where there's no cover. On maps where you're on an open terrain where there's no cover, these guns are going to dominate even over the S tier. The problem is that for 99% of the game, you have so much cover, these guns really can't kill you fast enough to make them a real threat. The Cord, we all agreed, is good, but the problem is that it becomes a pea shooter out at range, so I was actually outvoted, and we all put this on the B tier list. It's pretty good in certain situations, very low recoil, but it suffers from the same problem as the other guns. It's got very low TTK. There's so much cover in the game, it makes it really difficult to use. The MP5 and the MP7 are actually really good if you're able to hit headshots. So this is like a situational B tier gun. If you can hit your shots with the synthetic rounds, you're absolutely going to be happy with this, especially since it works really well as a really nice flanking gun. Moving on to C tier. C tier is where we get into decent ground loot, but it's not good enough to be used in your custom loadout. These weapons are usable. Some are actually good, but none of us would actually waste a custom loadout slot on it. There's always some kind of issue. Maybe it's the damage per mag or the reload or the ADS or bloom. In a lot of cases, the TTK is just too bad to actually make it usable. So this is why the B36, the RPK, and the AK205 get stuck here. B36 is a great gun, but the bloom makes it absolutely terrible. The RPK just has less damage per mag than the KTS and worse bloom, so it's honestly just a worse pick than the KTX. The AK205 does have better ADS, but the problem is the damage per mag, the bloom, and the recoil is all worse than the KTS. The QBZ is just an imitation DR7. All of these guns are okay. There's just better picks on the list. So if you got to pick it up as ground loot, great, you should do it. But if you can grab something else, you should absolutely upgrade to an A or S tier gun. Every one of these guns has some nagging problem that makes it worse than the high tier weapons of the lobby, but you should use them if you have to. D tier, on the other hand, is just bad ground loot. This is where the gun actually works, but you're never happy about it. The M277, the M417, the AK4D, all of these guns just suck. Nobody liked them. Nobody builds them. We'll pick them up if we have to, but honestly, the moment we get a C tier weapon or higher, we're switching over. Last but not least, you have the F tier. These are all guns that you already know about. They're garbage, the shotguns, the pistols, and so on. No need to explain that. Anyway, boys, that's the list. This is a Slayer's look on the gun tiers in the game. If you liked it, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you disagree with the video, make sure you let me know why. I'm always looking to learn and get better at the game. Anyway, boys, that's all I got. Catch you in the next one. Peace.
getting stuck. 100. And kill it.